Hello, I'm Anders. This is session 5 of Stars in the Dark, a reskin of Blades in the Dark to Star Wars, which you probably know by now. I think we should do a quick. I don't think we need to do character introductions. If you want to know who everyone is, you need to start watching from the beginning. But I think we may need some. A bit of info on what happened last time, especially since Mark wasn't here. I don't know if you've watched the video, but
I have not.
No, then there will be a few surprises. So let's start with Etema. What did you get up to last time?
Oh my God, please someone help. Like if you just push me, I'll go downhill and I'll remember. I mean, hugging, kissing, there was like a party. No, none of that is true.
Hot cakes?
Hot cakes, yes.
Cakes and you killed a cop. I think that's,
yeah, that's it. So we had some, like, it was an all downtime. Thank you. That was exactly what I needed. So it was a whole downtime session, which was awesome. Mark, you should just like blow off a session every once in a while. Joking. So it was all downtime. We all got together and ate at the Intergalactic House of Flat Cakes. I jokingly created a logo for it because I can't help myself. Photoshopping skills are moderate to poor, but it was still funny. It got the laugh I wanted. And our entanglement was that the beast, Edema's friend, was picked up by Sexec and they beat on her, and it was a weird mix of like player choice and character choice where I chose not to spend the cred to get the Sexec from beating on her. Then once Edema found out what had happened to the beast, she found the guy who did it and then murdered him in an alleyway in front of Beast. So Beast could see, that you can't do that to my friends, because that's how Edema shows love. Question mark?
Love language is murder.
Indeed. There you go. That's my Edema stuff. That was a lot.
Yeah, cool. Bria.
Well, Mark, this might be a little bit of a surprise, but Bria's a Wookiee now. No, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Two lies and a third lie. Anyway, let's see. Oh, I was offered a form of slug, and I nobly declined. Not in the noble sense of being a good person, but as in the sense of being a noble who would refuse to eat such food. We noticed that there were a lot of stormtroopers out in the streets and stuff like that on our way to IHAF. I got the right. So I wanted to introduce the characters that I want to be able to play if Bria's not available. And so I decided that I would introduce them to our fixer, Lydra, and I did that. But also I went to her and I got the job offer from the sewer guy, right? Or were you here for that last time?
Borok.
Yeah,
that's all new. That's all new.
Right. So basically this giant masked or gas masked man, I don't know, was telling us about how the stormtroopers are coming into the sewers and killing them, and we're being offered 9 or 10 cred to take on a squadron or a fleet or something. I don't know military terms. Some guys, and we want to do it. Like, we really want to do it, but we're also like, man, they're going to kill us. So that was a thing. But what else? Oh, we went on a date, didn't we, Enema? Didn't we go to the docks or something?
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, we went watched the ships fly up. So that's what I remembered. I've probably forgotten something. I know I've forgotten something. Matt will take care of that. It's all on you.
Yeah,
If you don't remember it,
let's
it
move
didn't
on to
happen.
Morn. See, what did you do?
Well, Morn cooked everyone a miserable breakfast, which was the impetus for us to actually go to the International House of Flat Cakes because no one wanted to eat my granite slugs, my fried granite slugs. Yeah, we got to see a little bit of the hideout. We got to see a little bit of everyone's space. So we're gonna have to hear from Boko at some point what your spot looks like. And then while we were on breakfast, yeah, we walked past all the stormtroopers and all their the street sec vehicles that they have reappropriated to do whatever it is that they're in the foundry to do. And we sort of saw the display of their might, and we are considering taking the job from Borak, but we're going to need some extra firepower or a very good strategy to be able to pull that off. So Morn, of course, is very intrigued by the Force artifact job, and Morn believes that this mysterious Force artifact is some kind of power bank or something he can use and work with to build some kind of powerful weapon or something we can use to go toe-to-toe with the stormtroopers, because whatever this thing is has been causing outages and power fluctuations in the city. And we also know that there are a variety of other gangs that are interested. Hera the Witch, the Dark Lord's Faithful, who are those Vader fanboys. They're paying 7 cred. The Veldrin, my rival and your buddy, and is interested, but we're not doing the job for him. Who are we kidding? And the Rebel Alliance is also interested, but they're not paying as much as others are. So that is another job that's on the table. Yeah, I think we all want to mess with some stormtroopers, but we also don't want to get wasted in the street. So I guess that's what we'll be figuring out today. And yeah, we were introduced to Borak, who is the contact for the foundry job, the stormtroopers.
You learned about mud troopers from Rich.
Ooh, stink troopers.
Yeah, there's a picture in the NPCs tab. There's also a picture of Borak there, if you want to see what he looks like.
Wait,
Yeah.
aren't they poop troopers? No,
Yeah, the pooper troopers.
Pooper troopers.
Who doopers?
Yeah, so we have Boko still has his downtime actions, and I think we'd like to see what Boko's part of the hideout looks like. Your quarters or the area where you spend your time when you're there.
Yeah. I think for downtime, I want to do some force yoga and get my stress down a little bit. Indulge my weird vice. I got seven stress right now, so that's probably gonna be a straightforward thing. I roll 1 die for that and take the highest.
Yeah, you have
Resolve of
1 in
one.
resolve, so you roll 1 die.
That.
And thanks for the links,
Boom.
Rich.
6.
Nice.
That is the ideal result.
Yep. In this case, it definitely is.
Wow. Okay. That's perfect. And let's see, second downtime. Probably want to do some training again. I think it would make sense to do, even though it's not, well, yeah, even though it's not mechanically advantageous, I think I'm going to do a training in Resolve and take that from the yoga as well. That's going to be hopefully going towards some attune.
Yes.
That's what Boko was off on a forced retreat while you're all at the all at the House of Flapjacks or whatever.
Taking it seriously. Wow.
Flatcakes.
The other thing that I remembered, Mark, is that while we were at IHOP, Bria kind of acted like she ran the crew, and no one objected. So we'll see what happens with that. So.
Yeah, Boko definitely does not want to be in charge of anything.
Oh, you guys are making a poor choice by voting absent.
Poor choice.
Also,
Best.
also there are some money missing from the stash. That's may have gone to some weird force experiments that someone has been doing.
I'm sure a rock slug ate it or something.
Yeah.
Minox.
Absolutely. Yeah, as Matt posted in the chat, he made a force sniffer with Godro, who is the Chevin that he has sort of lured away from Veldren, at least partly.
Nice.
So he's been walking around with that, trying to figure out where the
Artifact.
where the force artifact is hidden.
Nice.
Yeah, so you did training, and when I looked at the rules, I realized that it's the healer who rolls the healing roll. So Morn should make the roll to see how well you managed to treat the beast. I figured it was the person who was healed, but it's the other way around. So I figure I should give you the chance to mess that up.
Great. Too bad I won't, because I'm tinkering.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the special ability says everyone in your crew gets +1 die to their healing treatment rolls. And I think usually when people are taking the downtime action heal or recover roll, they make it themselves. But when I'm doing like an active, I don't actually know for sure. So let's just make this tinker roll and see how this goes.
Yeah, I think you get the bonus for this as well. I think what that bonus represents, I mean, it's the person who is being healed who spends the action, but you're the one who makes the roll to see how well you treat them.
Yeah.
So the beast has been spending some downtime, getting her ribs looked at and such.
Fine set of ribs there. Let's see how this goes.
Solid.
Structurally sound. That's a 6.
That's a 6. That's 3, right? For healing.
I think so.
Let's see. Where do we have that? I'm sure. Maybe I didn't put a specific table for that.
It
Recover.
looks like 3.
Yes, 6 is 3 ticks. So she's almost recovered her level 2 harm, almost reduced it to level 1, but she's still pretty sore. I figure it's going to take some time for Godro to pinpoint the location of the force artifact. So there will be there's some downtime or some non-game mechanical downtime. So you have some more time to gather info and that sort of thing, because right now you know that there is a force artifact and you know some people want it. You know it's somewhere in the foundry. Godro will be able to figure out kind of what building or what block it's in, but it will take a little while. So you have some time to gather info for this job or for the tunnel rats, depending on what you want to do.
Is there a freeze mob job on the table too?
Yeah. The way you were talking last time, I don't know, maybe you've changed your minds. You wanted to do first the force artifact to get that, and then use that to beat the troopers. But maybe that was me over reading into things.
That is certainly
No,
what
I do
Morn wants
think
to
we
do.
talked about we can't quite go on the stormtrooper killing spree yet. It feels right that we were going to do the force thingy, but Boko, of course, could convince us.
Yeah, I'm for the force thing too. That's right up the alley. Do we have like a job board section in the Keeper Anywhere? For our many
That'd be kind
upcoming
of hot to have the details like written out so that I don't
Yeah, that would be
constantly forget
good.
them.
I will make a note of that.
Thank
Cool,
you.
awesome. Yeah, that'd be super sweet. Thank you. Yeah, but I'm super for the force thing.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna work
so-
all this hard to get it, and then Boko and Morn are getting in a fight over what ends up happening to it.
You haven't you've talked about doing the force or grabbing the force artifact. You haven't decided, at least not as I've understood it, if you're going to do it just for yourselves and then trying to sell it afterwards, or if you would take on the job for one of the factions so that you're reasonably sure to get paid, and then just keep it for a while to do the stormtrooper thing before you turn it over.
Edema really wants that in Rebel hands. She'd have to be convinced otherwise. Like once she hears, oh, they're offering credits for this, then that's what Edema assumes we're going to do. That's what we got together, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Morn will just have to see how useful this thing is to
Yeah.
decide if he wants to keep it or not.
It feels like a wait and see, like, oh, like this feels good. You like it.
shoot.
It's precious to us.
So the offers that are on the table is Hera the Witch is offering 6 credits, and we detailed her a bit more last session. She has her base in the Warrens, so they could potentially do a raid into the Foundry, but it's not their territory. It's like when you went into Sec, it's hostile grounds basically. Veldren is also offering 6 credits. The Dark Lord's Faithful is offering 7, and the Rebel Alliance, this is the proper Rebel Alliance, not Maxa, they're offering 4. So they're offering less, but hey, they're the rebels. And you also know that Black Sun is interested in the artifact, but they're going elsewhere for their for who they're looking for.
I think Boko is definitely interested in getting it for Veldrin, but we can also probably just grab it and then see who wants it after.
Absolutely no way I'm giving that to Belgium.
Yeah, you'll need to make a call sooner or later, but like I said, you have some time to do some information gathering before then.
I guess something good to know is like, are we going to be interfered with on this job? Are there other teams? Are there other people that have been hired by some of these other crews that are going to, be cross more?
Or is it just like an open contract, like whoever has it, bring it to us and we'll pay you?
Yeah.
Are
You can talk
disintegrations
to
allowed?
Lydra, depends. I mean, if you start asking, then she'll know that you're asking about things. Or you can try to just talk to other contacts you have, try to figure out what you know, but you'll have to go to someone and talk to them to find anything out about that.
Are we keeping this from Lydra?
No, but you know, if something happens to Lydra, then what you've told her or told them, that's things they know. So
right.
So far, you haven't told them that you haven't told her that you're going to take the job. You've asked a bit about who's paying for it, but you don't. You haven't said you're going to do it.
That's right. Well, I gathered some info on Hera the Witch last time and I rolled poorly. So I got the cursory details, but I wasn't able to find out more. It would be worth maybe looking into the Dark Lord's faithful. I imagine they're probably desperate for this thing and probably are going to hire somebody. But yeah, if anyone wants to gather some info somehow.
I might try a consort with Veldrin and see if I can get anything out of him.
Mhm.
Don't get too much out of him now.
Yeah, you're
I'm just-
probably in a good. I mean, you're spending some downtime there anyway, so
Yeah.
you can easily talk to him.
I think I'd like. Can I take a devil's bargain for this? For the
I think that could work.
yeah, if there's a good one, I'm happy to.
I'm a bit I'm not entirely sure how gather info is supposed to work in that respect. But I think taking a devil's bargain is fine.
What if you have to like promise to help him get it or something, or like
Yeah,
kind of imply it?
absolutely.
Because that's your vice provider, right? So
Yeah,
if things get complicated, then that's
Yeah, I mean, Veldrin,
that could get
he
rough.
knows you're a tough guy and you run with a tough crew. So I could really use this. It would be such an asset to the organization, and you do me a favor, I do you a favor. I mean, I can waive your fees for
yeah,
for a long time for this.
absolutely. Let's see what we get.
Yeah, so
I
you
wanted
kind of
2
you're
dice.
kind of telling him that you're
2
going to do
dice.
it. You're going to give it to
There we
him.
go. 6 and a 4.
Yeah,
There we go.
I could probably get it for you. Yeah.
Yeah. So his understanding is that you're going to get it for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
cool.
totally committed to that. A 6 and a 4.
Yeah, excellent. What was your question? More.
Just if he like to find basically everything he knows about it, so I can, because I don't
Yeah,
have anything to grab on for hunting or tracking or anything yet. So just
Mhm.
somewhere to start picking.
Yeah.
Dreadable.
Yeah, he like you, he knows that it's somewhere in the foundry and that they're moving it around. That's what he's figured out as well. He's been using Timo, one of the other guys that Morn has been pulling over. He's kind of a tech guy. And he's been helping Veldrin figure out where these power spikes and blackouts are occurring, and figure out the position of the thing that way. So they've got they have a rough idea of where it is. It's in the northern part of the foundry, fairly close to the scrapyard. That area. So it's kind of the other side of the foundry from where you are.
Yeah.
You're closer to Sexec.
And I assume I know Timo from class.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can talk to him as well.
Yeah.
I figure that moves into
part of
this.
Yeah.
He's set up some beacons or something, and he's been measuring. He's been going down into the service tunnels to measure like power spikes and that sort of thing.
Is there I guess is there maybe a pattern to the outages that I can start following, I guess.
Yeah, so and he starts talking about interference patterns and that sort of thing. That's kind of not your not your area, but it seems he's got a fairly good location. But he said, yeah, I don't know why Veldrin wants me to do this. We can't do anything. I mean, this is like this is dangerous stuff. This is serious, probably serious guards, and we're not fighters.
You're not a fighter.
Yeah,
I know people. It's all right. You tell me where to look.
Oh yeah. You're
we'll
friends
take care of
with
the heavy
Warren,
stuff.
right?
Yeah, we're super close.
Yeah. Morn is really cool. It's got some very interesting ideas about the Force and that sort of thing. It's a bit different from here, but you know, it's interesting. It's interesting.
There's many paths to the Force. That's what Veldrin says. So
Yeah.
Morn's way is
That's
just as
true,
good as
that's
anyone
true.
else's, I suppose.
Yeah.
Dark path, light path, they all lead to the same place.
Veldrin has also found out. You're not sure how he's cagey about his contacts, and but that with the location that Timo, kind of that area, there's been a group of droids that's been seen there, and from what you can figure out when they talk about them, they probably belong to the Bolt Smashers, who are these droid revolutionaries, who they're small, they're a tier 2 crew, and they're all about droid rights and that sort of thing.
I'll definitely relay all of this information to the rest of the team, and if no one else has a lead, I'm happy to go survey the area and see what we can find.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have 2 in survey, so I'm happy to just straight up do that. So yeah, just going to the general area, trying to track down the pattern, and I got 2 3s.
Wow. So this is we're still doing gather info here. Yeah. So it's limited. What's your question? What are you trying to find out?
I'm just trying to pinpoint either the location where it is currently, or who is moving it around.
Yeah.
Find something we can punch.
Yeah. It's a fairly, I mean, Timo hasn't narrowed it down. It's not like he knows what building it is. Yeah. So there is a fair amount of people moving around there, and this is let me look at the factions.
Oh, and I forgot, I keep forgetting to add the scout things. I get +1 effect, however that incorporates.
Nice. Yeah. This is Wrecker's territory, and they're not particularly friendly with the Thousand Knives, so you have to keep a low profile. But you definitely see them around, and you do spot some of these Bolt Smashers. You don't know exactly where they're based, but you see them out on the streets a couple of times. So if they're involved, yeah, it's probably around here somewhere. There are a couple of abandoned like factory towers, because these aren't just like a factory on the ground, like 4 or 5 stories. These are huge towers, like dozens of stories. I think there's a picture in the locations tab. I think I put it in there. Yeah, it's not great. It's in column G, the highest levels of the foundry you can see there, and column F, the mid levels. So this is more like the mid levels. So there's a lot of barges going through there, transporting stuff, but there are, like I said, there's a couple of abandoned factory towers. That's probably a reasonable guess would be that it's held in one of those.
And again, relating all the information back to the team so we can start making a plan.
Yeah. I think by this time Godro has started to report back as well, and he's giving similar. He's also indicating the same area. And when you kind of overlap his information with Timo's, it's definitely one of these abandoned factory towers. And you, when you were surveying there, you did notice some activity there. There were like lights moving inside the building, that sort of thing.
Not so abandoned after all. Cool. It sounds like we have at least a target.
Edama's very thankful when Boko comes back with all that intel.
Right, right.
Does not cast
lot
a
of-
look over at Morn and Morn's failure with Witch, but that's
It's a lot of legwork. You got to get out of the lab and out on the streets. So it's-
Hey, my sniffer's doing good, okay?
how
I wouldn't be able to do it without the sniffer. That's invaluable.
Forget that.
how do you think one would find out that the stash has been spent? I'm okay if it's not something we immediately. I just don't want to forget it. That's all.
Yeah. I figure you have like a safe, like a lockbox or something that's bolted to a wall or the floor somewhere where you keep the valuable stuff. Since I mean, you're also staying in an abandoned factory. It's not exactly secure. It is hidden, so it's unlikely that people will find their way in there. Actually, let me check. Yeah, you have hidden and quarters, but you don't have secure. So it's not that hard for people to get in there if they really want to. But the vault is like the vault. But where you keep your stuff, your stash, that's reasonably secure. And then I guess I'm not sure. How have you set it up? Do you each have a key and you all four have to be there, or is it like it's like any one of you can just punch in the combination and get money when you need it?
Seems as
Probably
though
closer to
that's
the
what
second
happened.
one. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
think
feel like
probably
we
the
wouldn't
second one.
notice until the next person went to do something.
stash.
And it was like,
That sounds
hey,
good.
what's I thought we had
I love
more in
that.
here.
That sounds perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, so probably nobody has noticed yet.
Yeah.
I'm getting really
Um,
defensive about the sniffer already.
Yeah. Yeah, more must be a real tech whiz and was spending a lot of his own money on this. That's very generous. Yeah, do you feel you want more information before you decide how to approach the job, who to take it for, that sort of thing, so that we go into the actual job?
It kind of feels like we want to do the job and then see who wants to pay us for it, right?
I just have a feeling the Dark Lord's faithful are going to get in our way on this job. I don't know why. I just have a feeling.
Bad feeling about this.
I am into them getting in our way. It sounds delicious.
Yeah, I don't really want to prevent anything. So
Yeah.
Remember, they are loser Vader fanboys, but they're still higher tier than you are. They're tier 1.
Yeah, they're totally
tier
going to kick
0.
our ass. I
so we
love
got to
it.
change that, you guys. We got to change that.
So they
Yeah.
probably have like 4 extra guys in their gang.
That sounds awesome. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. So no one has anything more they want to do before you hit the place? Just want to make sure.
I think I've scouted all I can scout.
So we know roughly the area and roughly the building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know which building it is now. Now with Godro's
Cross-referencing, yeah.
yeah, and Timo's info, you can be, because they overlap at one specific building. And from what you could tell, Boko, it's somewhere on the mid levels. Let's say it looks like the place in the image there in column F. Like there's there's a platform. You didn't actually one time you spotted a barge there, and one time it wasn't there. So it seems there's some kind of traffic.
Cool.
Did Godra ever sniff out any other force activity in the area? Any force users around, anything like that?
I don't think it's quite that sensitive. I think this can it can detect. I mean, since you have to do the triangulation, it's difficult to find anything that's moving around. You'll get pings, but you don't know. Then you've moved and they're in different places. But this is a strong. This one is the strongest signal, so that one's fairly easy to position, and it's been stationary while Godra has been doing his sniffing. Cool. So it sounds like we're about to go into the job, which means you need to pick your approach. So you have assault, deception, stealth, weird, social, or transport. And I don't think you can do transport as like your approach because you don't have the thing that you want to transport. So at this point, that's probably not relevant unless you have some interesting idea that I haven't thought of.
Assault seems not good.
Why not? Kick down the door, grab the thing.
Yeah,
it's super easy.
it's right there.
Stealth.
Stealth seems.
I do stealth things. I'm a stealth person.
That's true.
Likewise.
And we can very quickly turn that into an assault.
Exactly. A failed engagement on stealth means it's assault time. It's a deadly pepper.
I'm good with stealth.
Me too.
Excellent. So then the question is the point of infiltration. And I would say you have like a few, there are a few options, just not to steer you in any particular direction. You can like move from the bottom of the tower and up. You can get in with some sort of flying vehicle and land on the somewhere, probably not in the middle of the platform, because if there's people close to there, they will spot you.
I did an acquire asset a long time ago for a vehicle. We could use it for this.
Absolutely, absolutely. Or there are like these bridges between the factory towers, so you could move in that way. You could land on the roof and climb down, that sort of thing. But yeah, you have to decide what's your end.
Oh, I kind of love Bria lobbying for stealth and offering up the speeder, and and the good thing about a speeder is we don't have to go to the roof. It could be delivery to exactly where we think it is, right on the outside of it.
And we have a nice getaway.
Yep.
Nice. It's a
Let's do
2-1 vehicle.
We have some kind of getaway.
It's a jalopy.
Yeah, so it's low quality. Does that mean that it's you get to decide what it is, but it's not going to be fast and secure and roomy? Like you'll have to pick some things that are not so good. Or what's your priority for this vehicle?
I think just giving us an access point, the entry point. So, like we don't know what's going to be best at the time that we strike, and it's going to get us to the best place when we strike. And then the engagement roll will tell us how good of a choice we made, is my opinion.
Maybe like reliable over any other aspect would be. Like, it won't break down when we try to get away.
Yeah. Sturdy, I guess is the word I'd use for it.
Yeah. Sturdy. That's good.
Yeah. Just a box.
So it could be some kind of a small transport barge that would blend in. You can easily like repaint it to look like a vehicle that belongs in this area. And so the stealth part can be that we're just doing a delivery, and then you just happen to stop at a different place than people would expect, because this is an abandoned factory.
I love it. I want it to have wood paneling on the side.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Fuzzy dice.
Yes.
Excellent. Then we do the and I guess, yeah, let's do the engagement roll to see what happens.
Should we load up?
So you have 1 die for sheer luck. Is this operation particularly bold or daring? Yeah, what do you think?
I think this many groups after it, and us just going to stick our nose in it, knowing that the Black Sun are interested and they haven't even hired people. So we know there are other groups that are after this at the same time. Seems like
It's
pretty
at
bold.
least bold, yeah.
Yeah, I'll absolutely buy that. That puts us at 2 dice. Overly complex or contingent on many factors? No, you're just going there and grabbing it. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? I think so, because you don't know this, but they're not expecting anyone to know where they are. So I think that's an extra die. Are they strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defensive special preparations? I would say no. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation? You already have that, basically. You know about the droids and that sort of thing. I think that's an extra die. Are any enemies or rivals interfering with the operation? Oh yes, oh yes. So that's 1 die less.
Fair, very fair.
Are there any other elements to consider? I don't have anything obvious, but if you have some ideas for things that would be particularly good or bad for you. No?
We don't know anything about the Force artifact itself, which could be bad, but
I don't think that has anything to do with engagement. It just has to do with our wisdom of choosing such a mission.
Yeah, I don't think it's not a major factor. It is a factor, but I don't think it rises to the level of costing you for the engagement. It might cause trouble further ahead into the job.
I'm just trying to screw up our engagement roll.
I know, right? I want to start in a desperate position anyway. Why do we keep lobbying for dice?
I know.
Got so
Anytime
much
we're on the
XP.
fence, I'm just like, no, we don't deserve that.
You have 3 dice. Who wants to roll?
I roll.
Go ahead, Cap.
Get it?
Got a 6.
Nice.
No free XP this time.
Gotta earn
Not
our pay
right away,
today.
at least. So you're in a controlled position when you encounter the first real obstacle. And the first real obstacle, I figure you have landed like on the opposite side of the building from this platform, because you don't want to, if you're stealthing in, you don't want them to see you. But there are patrols. You notice you leave the barge. There are droids, these droids moving about on this floor of the building. And that's something you'll have to deal with. That's the obstacle, but you have spotted them and you're pretty sure they haven't spotted you. So you have the drop on them if you want to, or you can try to sneak past them, or however you want to handle it.
How many are there? What do they look like?
They're moving in groups of 2, and you can watch them for a little bit, and you notice there's at least 3 groups. But it's kind of hard to tell exactly how many there are, because it's a big building. You know, it's still a big factory thing, lots of machinery and that sort of thing.
What's the plan, Cap?
Let's see.
Sorry, the load. Yeah, 8 is the max load. When you're doing it's I don't quite like how it was before. It says 6 plus or something, but the max is 8 for a heavy load.
I see.
That's
I
why.
always thought, I always thought it was 6. I misunderstood.
Yeah, it's 5 for normal, and then it says I think 6 plus for heavy, but then it says in the rules, yeah, but the max for heavy is 8. So I figured it was better to
That makes
to
sense.
that.
Yeah, because the idea of 5 and 6, there's only one difference, and I get what you're
Yeah.
saying.
I like it. Thank you.
Yeah, right. You should pick load. Sorry. Yeah.
Heavy sounds good.
Let's pick off one of these patrols and move in.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can take care of that at a distance if you want, or if y'all want
Oh,
to
you are the
get dirty, go
sniper.
for it. Yeah.
You're super good
Yeah.
at hunting.
If we're at the carnival or whatever, and you're just shooting ducks on a wall, then shoot the ducks on the wall.
Yeah.
We'll get a big teddy bear and come home with it. Give me a big teddy bear, Boko.
Yeah, let's get it. So yeah, so I've set up in a spot where I can see him easily, wait for him to come by and pop when the
Yeah.
time comes.
So this
that'll
is
be-
you're doing this solo basically. The
I'm
others
probably
are hanging back.
probably like getting situated in a good place while they I don't know, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, I was
for
wondering
backup.
if someone wants to do a setup action, or if you're doing this as a team action, or if you're doing this like this is you taking the shots, taking them out.
I wouldn't mind a team action where we're like hunting people down. That's pretty cool.
That sounds fun.
Probably should not participate in that.
I ain't got dice in a hunt or anything like that, but I mean, I can see myself sneaking up behind these people and, you know, grab one while the other gets shot or something like that. Would that be a team action, or is that a setup action?
Could do it either way.
All right, I'll do a setup action then. I don't think I've done that in Blades before. So what does that mean?
A successful setup action gives those who follow up on it either +1 effect level or improved position. Now you're already in a controlled position, but that means +1 effect level, which can be pretty good. I would say in this case, you would have normal or standard effect if Boko is doing, except wait, you have a let's figure this out. You have a fine blaster rifle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine blaster rifle, but they are higher tier than you are, so that kind of cancels out. I think that would put you at standard effect. And I don't think standard effect would allow you to like take out both of them without them reacting. So you probably won't, but with great effect, I think that would then you could take both.
Yeah,
does
let's
that
set
sound
it up.
fair?
I like that plan.
Okay.
Give me
So
a
I'm
1-2.
going to sneak up behind one of them and introduce a vibro knife to their vocal cords. See what happens.
Well, the droids, but I guess they have a voice box.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that part. Droids, I apologize.
Oh
I've
yeah,
been-
I also
I've been,
missed
I've, been,
that.
I've been imagining these flesh goons this entire time. Let me see then. What would that look like? Yeah. I'll just try to decapitate it with a vibro knife. Let's see what happens. So I'll roll prowl, which is 2 dice.
I will help.
Okay,
Yeah,
come on.
cool.
More the merrier, as they say.
Sweet.
Are we off the speeder now?
Oh, that's a great
Yeah.
question.
You're like you've moved a little bit, a little ways inside the building, So you're in among the machinery and
Great.
that sort of thing.
Okay. Sounds like 3 dice to me. Got a 6 and a 2 and a 2.
Nice.
Nice.
Didn't need my help. That's
so-
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I'm sure that was Richard's
I-
6.
I need you there, baby. I need you there. I just didn't need you there.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, you do it. So no problem. You Etma and maybe Etma distracts one of the droids. Bria jumps them. Boko takes the shots. So Boko, fire away.
Yeah, we take that shot. And that's with 1, 2,
Will I help, or do you want to just roll your
That's-
2?
3 and a 6.
Boom.
Nice.
Pop,
Since
pop.
you're having, yep. Pop.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have increased effect from the setup. So you, Bria and Etma distract and hold down one of the droids or hold them so you can shoot the first one and then shoot the other one that they're holding. These droids are not like pristine, nice looking droids. These are ones that have been patched up and repaired and had a lot of work done on them, not by professionals in all cases, it seems. But yeah, you take them out, they drop.
Now we break
So-
here, or do you want to play a little more?
Yeah, I think this is a good time for a break.
Okay.
Thanks for doing it. Excellent. So there are, like I said, I added a tab for the current job. This is now it's just quick and dirty, just so that we have something. I've noted the droid patrols. You have identified 3. You have eliminated one of them, and there's currently a clock called interference. It's a 4 o'clock, but 1 step has been ticked. So what's your next step? You're kind of on the, you don't know exactly where the force artifact is. You assume it's close to this floor. You assume that it's probably closer to the other side of the building because that's where the barge has been landing. But you don't know exactly. You haven't noticed any other activity on this side of the building other than the patrols. What do you do with these 2 droids now that you've taken them out?
Question: do we anticipate that we've destroyed the droids, or we disabled the droids? I think there was a head chopped off and so
Yeah, I assumed you wanted to destroy them, but
Yeah, I intended to destroy.
okay.
yeah,
And
I say
we'll
we,
feel bad about that later.
Just throw them over the side, I guess, and let them
Yeah.
fall.
Yeah,
fall to
that's the easy
13,
way.
14, or 13.
Let the
15,
droids
or-
follow where they may.
I like that.
Hey, it's not your problem really, if anyone happens to walk by.
Morn,
The
you got the
bolt
sniffer.
smashes might be our problem.
Find it for us.
Yeah, maybe we should have brought Godro along.
You didn't bring Gojo along? Like, this is in character, like, wait, what?
I mean, you can have Godro along if you want. He's probably sitting on the barge right now. He doesn't want to get involved with this fighting business. Probably.
Kind of
Okay.
want Morn to take it from here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
do it.
Go for it.
Hey, Boko, I know I talk a lot of smack about Veldrin and all the stuff he's doing, but there's a few things that he does that I think really work.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff he does that works.
Yeah. Can you just can you say a few mantras for me, a few affirmations? I'm
Absolutely.
I'm gonna try to reach out.
Yeah, and start the We are one with the force is with us.
So I want to roll a tune.
Mhm.
I can help with that, but I don't have any attune yet.
I mean, I still think you can help even if you're
Yeah.
not directly attuning, if you want to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'll it's 2 dice and the lowest, right?
If you help, I mean, you can, if you're, that's if you're doing a team action, but if you're just helping, you're just spending stress.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I totally spent stress to help it.
If you
Yeah,
want
I
to
don't-
actually try to like train the skill, like in fiction, like if you want to be attuning, I'm down to do a team action. And I will take the stress if you fail, but I guess it doesn't really add a lot of dice as much as a help action would.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
whatever you
I'll
want to
like-
do.
I'll just do the help.
Yeah.
Spend the stress to help.
I don't think you've unchecked your stress from when you recovered.
I just have 2 stress right now, it looks like.
And I think we're in different versions
I
of the
was thinking-
character keeper.
Oh, maybe. Let's
Oh
see.
yeah, we upgraded to 2.0 last session.
Oh, well,
Oh,
let me
right,
look at that
right.
then.
Rich posted the link at the top of the chat.
Let me get it then.
I can grab it again if you don't see it. Just let
Yep,
me know.
I got it.
Okay, cool.
There we go.
Now you see that I'm like a book. No, okay.
Oh, there's the Wookiee.
So Morn slots a little vial into his respirator and taps twice on the side of it, and then takes a deep breath in. And then like opens his eyes and tries to go back to that place that he was in when he got shocked by the ion pulse and saw the matrix, basically. So some tech assisted force BSery. So it's push or devil's bargain, is that right?
That is correct.
Hmm.
And you're getting 1 die from Boko.
I'll push myself.
Cool. So that's 2 stress for you, 1 stress for Boko.
3 dice. Let's go. That's a 6.
Nice. Yeah. You reach out with your feelings, I assume, or do you? What's your approach to doing this?
I think I reach out with my addled brain. I don't know if it's as much my feelings for Morn. For Morn, it's much more of a like, it's like kind of a substancey thing. If anyone needs to like X card that or something, they can. I don't want it to be like it doesn't have to be like a substance abuse thing, but I definitely think the push is like it taxes him in a way, because it's not a totally like mind body holistic thing. It's a little bit like he's augmenting himself, and for now, because he doesn't really do it right, it's kind of hurting him. So I think that I can feel things, but it's not a comfortable knowing. It's like a strange place to be in, sort of. And yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, you can definitely feel you feel a very strong force presence that's close to the other side of the building. It's on this floor, and it's really it's calling out to you that this is a strong, powerful signal. But you can also feel a weaker signal from higher up in the building that's moving closer.
So I think these feel like shocks to Morn, kind of like it's a little bit painful when he senses it, because he's not just welcoming it in. And so I think like for you're like guiding him through this a little bit, or like doing your centering exercises, and you're probably feeling way more zen than Morn is, and he's like tapping into that energy in a way, but you can almost feel how weird it is for him.
Yeah, that's probably where my stress comes from. I'll be like, oh, like this is not like it is in class. This is like I'm getting like something's actually happening now. Like this is what it actually feels like.
Yeah. And it's maybe kind of exciting, but it's also a little painful. And so Morn, I think like you can see him like like viscerally reacting, and he all of a sudden like comes out of this like this haze that he's in, and he says, we've got company. There's the force moving upstairs, but it's this way. And he kind of like stumbles forward.
Edema will like reach over and steady Morn a little bit. It's just in her nature.
Nice.
Okay, let's go. She's hopped up. Like when you said there's another one, and it was like, oh yeah, this sounds good. This sounds good. She's very excited by that. Yeah, she's into this. She'll lead the way unless somebody smart wants to go first.
No, I'm not that smart.
Okay then.
Fine.
Okay. Loaded for bears, which don't even exist in Star Wars. They don't even have bears. If you've ever seen a bear in Star Wars, exactly, they don't exist.
You're loaded for Wampas.
Exactly. Loaded for Rancor. So she is got out a gun to be defined when I check the button. And she's leading the way. She's going after this. Like quick on the hop. Moving low, she's got her gun up, she's scanning around, watching with the night vision cyber eye that was provided to her by Morn, and looking to come upon whatever is watching after this device we are here for.
Mm-hmm. So how are you like moving forward like a group now, trying to sneak, or are you doing something else?
I don't think it'd be good
Adam
to-
is just trying to roll up on it. Like that's her plan. Unless somebody tells her otherwise, she's just gonna dog.
Yeah, I'm
will
probably
hunt.
just covering R6 with everyone else there. Just keeping an
We
eye
could
behind us as Adam is there.
We could get the jump. We could counter hunt. What do you think?
It looks like Adam is on it. So let's get it.
So are you just you're just going for it, don't caring if you get noticed, or are you trying to sneak? That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah. So sorry, it's not clear. Edema does not care if someone notices. She's more concerned with like, let's get to it. And if they peel back and let her be the lure,
Mm-hmm.
perfectly fine. Edema would half expect that from the rest of the squad. Not in a half expect it that they're bad, but they are smart.
That's our role. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think this is a prowl action, probably. Sounds to me, because it's still about moving. Now, whether you're moving fast or you're moving stealthily, it still falls under prowl, I think, since
Sure.
What you're doing is trying to get there.
It is about traversing obstacles. Yeah, running. Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah. So since you're all moving, you could do this as a group action. You could make individual rolls as well. Depends on how you want to handle it.
Prowl team action led by Edema.
Yeah, for that.
Oh yeah, I got
About
4
taking
stress to
points,
pay.
like
Let's
finding
do it.
a good way the rest of you are following her.
I will stay a little further back and not prowl to a place where it causes risk because I have no dice and don't.
Yeah, for a group action, you count the best result for the whole group. Actually, you probably know this, but you count the best result for the whole group. That counts for everyone. But it costs stress for the person who's leading for everyone who fails. So yeah, you can stay back, but that means you'll be isolated from the rest of the group.
You know how you feel about being separate from the group and doing your own thing.
What can I say? I'm unique. Yeah, I mean, should someone other than Edema lead it, since Edema is probably being the less stealthy, is kind of the trap.
Sure.
Leading the action is mostly about who's who's in charge. You don't have to be the best to be the one who's leading the action.
It also is about
It sounds
who's
like
willing
Adam
to
was
pay
doing
the
that.
stress.
Yeah.
Mostly about who's
Absolutely.
willing to take-
Game mechanically, it's about who can afford to pay stress. So
I don't know if Edo can afford to, but
Yeah.
she's willing to.
you're at 5, right?
Yeah, I got 4 stress to give.
So maybe someone else is leading. You're like taking point, but someone else.
The only other person who's even close is Boko, who just
Mhm.
like worked hard to get that down.
Yeah.
So
But I got it. I can, and leading, like Boko definitely wants to be in a place where he can cover everyone. So I'm probably not gonna be physically leading, but I'll be like clearing the area so
Yeah.
people can get.
that's kind of
Yeah.
hot.
Totally happy to do that.
And you've
There's
been
like-
on I mean, you're a street sec, you've been on raids,
Yeah,
that sort of
squads,
thing.
yeah.
So you know,
Yeah, like trying to teach you guys the hand signals, but like, okay, let's just go. Let's just go. You got your own thing going on.
does that sound okay to everyone?
Yeah, I'm good.
If
Just go when I say
if you're
go.
okay with it, Mark. Okay.
Totally okay. Yep.
Okay, cool. So everyone roll prowl. I think when you're doing, I have to check. I think when you're doing a group action, everyone's. I'm not sure if you still get the consequences and that sort of thing for each individual role. Does anyone know how that works? You don't.
I think it applies at the end when you get the roll
Yeah,
settled.
cool. Sounds
Yeah.
good. I got a bit confused about it. There were one of the playbooks I was fiddling around with had an ability that made it seem like you got consequences for everything, but yeah,
Maybe.
misunderstanding there. Cool. So
Cool.
everyone roll their prowl.
Oh, that's a 5. On
Nice.
my,
I also
on
got
my,
a 5.
on my 0 dice.
I got a 2.
Uh,
Got a 5.
you're the
Fives
only
across the
one,
board.
right?
I'm the only fail. God bless.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels right that
Yeah.
because she doesn't really care so much about being sneaky. But yeah.
So I take 1 stress from that. Is that right?
Yep.
We have a 5.
And the
Awesome. We have a
best
5.
result is 6, right?
The 6 was the take the lowest, so we only have a
Oh,
5.
okay.
Yeah, best is still the 5.
So you're still a 5.
Yeah.
But you were in a controlled position.
Mhm.
So this means you can withdraw and try a different approach because you notice that there are. I'll get to the consequences. Or you can do it and suffer a consequence, a minor complication, reduced effect, lesser harm, or your position becomes risky.
Risky.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen in this case, because you're moving through this area where the droids are patrolling. You'll no longer be in control, so you can move forward, but you'll be in a risky position.
I'm okay with going risky.
Yep, no resist here.
Yeah, cool.
It's a shame we can't jump all the way to desperate.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
All you do is trade position for effect, and we're
Yeah, absolutely. So you're moving through this factory. There's like some open areas. You know what factories look like in movies. There's machines, there's conveyor belts, that sort of thing. Everything here, this place hasn't been used in decades probably. Everything's dusty. A lot of it has been stripped for parts. So there's nothing that seems to really be working. And you see the lights from the droids as they move around in the area. But you stay out of their sight. You figure out roughly what their patrol routes are. And since they're droid, they're kind of regimented. They don't vary a lot. And now you're close to the other side of the building. You have that platform outside, and inside the platform is like a loading area. storage and loading, that sort of thing, where they keep the stuff that's about to be shipped out, and they take in the stuff that's being shipped in. And there is there's like a not like a platform exactly, but there's some sort of machine or something that they've stripped down, and on top of that is the artifact. And I'm going to drop the picture into the let's see, on the jobs tab. Let's see how this works. It's there now.
Nice.
And this is a big thing. It's like 5 feet in diameter. So it's not something you just pick up and carry away. Right now, it's kind of hovering in the air, probably because there's a person with their back to you who's wearing some kind of robes, who's like reaching out, and more, you can definitely feel you still have some residual force sensitivity from what you were doing. This is someone who's using the force and doing something to this object. There's also there's a woman kneeling next to this person. She's in like coveralls. She's doing some tech stuff with some instruments or something below it, and you see a couple of droids off to the side.
Does it seem like they are like using the force to lift it, or it is hovering and they are doing something else with it?
Unclear.
We can't tell.
Unclear.
Cool. Awesome. Awesome.
Do the droids have weapons?
The droids have weapons. They have like blaster carbines.
Okay. This is awesome. I'm so excited. This is gonna be bad. I love it.
They haven't spotted you, but you know one of the patrols, the route they're taking, they will come up behind you in a couple of minutes. And I'm going to tick the interference clock because, and at this moment you can also feel that force presence higher up in the building is coming closer.
Mm.
Oh.
I need to get some water. You can make a plan of action.
I have a grenade.
I can have demolition tools.
I am more than happy to go stick my nose in that trouble.
Yeah.
Should we have someone lurking in the shadows to jump the force user if they appear?
Yeah, get position.
Me.
Or yeah,
Beskar.
get it.
I have stealth mode. You have implants or gear that allow you to become shadowy and undetectable for a few minutes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Takes 2 stress when you activate, plus 1 stress for each extra feature. It lasts a few minutes, more than a few moments. You are invisible rather than shadowy, or I may fly.
You're a
Oh,
damn
silent.
good prowler too. You're the best prowler in the group.
Yeah. Plus, I also took Devil's Footsteps. I can push myself for a feat of athletics that verges on superhuman. I can also maneuver to confuse my enemies so they mistakenly attack each other. So I'm pretty sure I'm going in.
I will get in position and back y'all up, whatever you're doing.
I have a dose of combat stim. Does anyone want it?
What does it do?
I don't know.
Edmund like turns around. Yeah, I got it. Let's do this.
Hit me.
Cool. I give Edema a quick on-site injection.
Okay. Into it. I have no idea. I Rich don't know what that does, but it has happened.
I think combat stims like increase your reflexes, that sort of thing. Didn't I put a note for that one? Maybe I didn't.
There is no node. Do you know if it's based on something from Blades?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Is there a oh, dose of combat stim? Yeah, yeah. That's probably a straight up translation from something in the.
I will have a look. Don't.
Yeah, it could be something I just put in there as well. But have a look at the leech.
So we decided. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to speculate, but I'll let Matt look it up instead.
Okay. So I'm going for the rogue guy. And I'm going to use my stealth mode to do it. So the first thing is I think I'll use this disruption bubble generator. It creates a 2-meter zone of silence. I assume that's communication silence.
It's voice silence. It's sound silence. It blocks
really?
sound. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah. All right. So I activate that. And then I use stealth mode, so it takes 2 stress to activate that. And so I will be shadowy for a few moments, and then I am. Did you want me in position, Morn, or did you just want me to go ahead and do the thing, or everybody?
Did you do your thing?
Yeah, let's just fuck shit up.
Yeah, I think Morn is going to hang back and just track this blip that's approaching, kind of.
Got it.
Morn thinks we can have a Jedi showdown.
All right, knives into the person that can't hear me or see me.
Mm-hmm.
So, are we still controlled?
You're risky.
Risky?
You move to risky because of the prowl.
Then I will push for desperate.
Ooh, you want extra effect?
Yeah, for effect.
Yeah. You are. This sounds like prowl.
Yes.
Because you're just sneaking up on him, and you're just going to stab him or cut his throat.
Yes.
Yep.
Whatever ends it as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
So, all right. I'll roll some dice. Let's see here.
You did push yourself for whatever the thing was, so you also get the dice in addition to the effect.
It's not a push though. It says take 2 stress when you activate. It's not. I have a push for something else. So.
Oh, I was looking at the Devil's Footsteps. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'm doing the stealth mode thing. But yes. You know what? I'll go ahead and push myself to get the extra die, but it says when you push yourself, choose one of the following additional benefits. I'm going to maneuver to confuse my enemies that mistakenly attack each other. So when I do get detected, they're going to hit each other. So they're
excellent.
Nice.
All right, 3d6. And
so were you rolling this as desperate with increased effect, or were you still staying risky?
Yeah, desperate. And I'm hoping that the stealth mode might take me to another level of effect on this, or yeah. So the dice say 6, a 1, a 3, and a 6. Wow.
Nice.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, you are practically invisible and completely silent, sneaking up on a guy who's looking the other way. He's dead. It's just you can just walk up on him, stab him, and he just slumps forward. The artifact wobbles a bit, but it's still hovering. The droids, they notice some. Oh, gotta use the voice mod. Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Sorry, that I can hear myself. Intruder alert! Intruder alert! There we go. And they point towards the guy, which means they're pointing at the techie who was just beside him. You step back, and they shoot her basically. That's your confusion. So she falls down screaming. They like shot her in the shoulder, and she's out of it, but she's not dead.
Oh my. I mean, I know I built my character for this, but oh my.
So just so we're clear, or so I'm clear, did Bria just murderize the guy who was doing Forcey stuff?
Mhm.
Yep.
Wow.
I think there still is this mysterious Forcey presence
Yeah.
in the building, but
Oh God,
that
please,
was
yes,
the
more
primary.
Forcey stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
if this guy had a force signature that Morn could detect, it was completely swallowed by the artifact. He was like you couldn't detect him separately from that.
And the artifact is still hovering.
Artifact is still hovering, but it wobbled a bit when the guy fell, but it's still hovering.
Just for reference, how close to the edge of the dock is the artifact?
Oh, it's inside the building.
Okay, cool. I thought we were maybe on
Yeah, we're in a
dock. Great.
warehousey area.
Yeah,
remember?
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry. If
So
that one-
we're not gonna push it
inside
over the
the
edge.
warehouse part. So it's
Good,
not
good,
going
good.
to just fall down and roll off the edge. That's
Yeah. Awesome.
you'll have time to react if that starts to happen.
Oh, I was thinking in a desperate move, we might want to push it
Yeah.
off and follow it down.
Speaking of
But
desperate
yeah.
moves, there are two droids who had blaster carbines. Edema is going to pull up her blaster rifle. I assume that I will need to do a large weapon, and I will attempt to skirmish. I want to push for effect because I want to take them both out,
Mhm.
and I am happy to take
Boko
that.
and Boko and Morn are both in position to help if you want.
We can definitely help if you need.
Okay, I'll take it.
Cool.
I don't
but-
know what happens to your effect with the combat stim, if that costs you anything.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't-
sorry. You
Mm,
find,
it's okay.
because otherwise I'll look up what the combat stim does in Star Wars.
There's definitely a few drugs, like blood needle induces fever, euphoric mania, and rampant energy. I don't know if there's a 1-to-1 combat stim, in the book at least.
Cool. I think in this case it seems let's see, battle stimulant. Better absorb damage and allow the mind to focus more on the fight. This resulted in an increased ability to hit the opponent. The side effects were minimal, and the effect would wear off after a short period of time. That's battle stimulant from Wikipedia.
Sounds like a one roll effect boost or something.
Yeah, that sounds fair. So you're
Hi.
So you are base level right now. You're at risky with great effect because of the combat stim. You're getting an extra die from Boko, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So you have baseline, you have great effect. But if you get reduced effect, that means like on a 4 or 5, you'll only take out one of them.
Okay.
You can push, if you push for extra effect, then you'll have extreme effect as your baseline, but you'll be in desperate position.
Whoa! I want to do that. Extreme effect with desperate position sounds amazing. I would like to on. Yeah.
In this case, I think that's basically Boko is providing some covering fire, but you're moving right up on them with your blaster rifle. So you're like out in the open. That's why
that sounds really dumb and amazing. I'm into it. I would like to see if there's a possibility of a devil's bargain here. We haven't had one in this game.
Yeah. The devil's bargain could be. Ooh.
There's a giant force artifact nearby.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, some stray fire hits the artifact. Unclear effect.
No, not that.
I'll
That's
take
not what I
it.
meant.
Yes, yes, yes.
I meant
All the
like
terrible ideas.
Psychic harm or something.
that
Don't hurt my
sounds good.
artifact.
Oh, your artifacts. See, this is why I want to take this job. Is we're going to end up writing to get this thing and then fighting each other over who gets it and not getting paid. It's the worst. Here we go. I've got 4 dice. I've rolled them. Ooh, a 1, 2 4s, and a 5. That is not awesome. Dang it.
So that's a 4 or 5. You do it with a consequence: severe harm, serious complication, or reduced effect. In this case, I think it's you're definitely taking serious harm or severe harm. You're getting shot. I think there will also be an extra tick on the as a separate consequence, an extra tick on the interference clock, because now the people who were sneaking up on you are now here a fight breaking out, so they're going to hurry up.
Hot.
So those are 2 separate consequences. You want to
Yes,
resist
yes.
either of them?
Oh God, I do. I mean, I do. I want to resist them hearing it. That's what I want to resist. I'm okay with taking harm. How much harm is coming my way?
You can use armor to resist.
I am going to. Yeah. So I'll take the armor.
Yeah. In this case, I think you will still take level 1 harm because you're getting shot up with a couple of blaster carbines. You will take like a blaster shot to shoulder or to the hip.
Ooh, hit. Yeah, that's hot. Love it. Fix me, Priya. Okay, sweet. I am going to resist them hearing, and I'm gonna do a prowess, yo. I mean, that's what I'm good at, and that's what's the action I'm doing. So resist the. Here we go. Oh, 6, 4, and 1.
So you take 0.
Zero
Or is
stress.
it 1 stress?
Okay.
It's 6 minus
7.
6.
It's,
Is it
it's
7?
6 minus the highest.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly.
you take 0 stress.
Queen
Nice.
of Resistance.
All bad.
Fun. Yeah. Basically, they fire off a couple of shots. One of them hits you, but you've got your armor on, so you don't take too much damage. One stray shot hits the artifact, which sort of shimmers. It doesn't seem to take any physical damage from it, but there's this shimmering, like kind of wobbling around it. But you take them out so fast that if anyone heard anything, it was just like boom, boom, and it could be anything.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, so the droids are down. The techie is still on the floor screaming. The bearded guy or robed guy is down, bleeding out. And the artifact is.
Does anyone have a problem if Edema just turns and double taps the techie? Because
Do we want to get any information?
yeah,
if we
if
can before
anyone
doing
wants
that?
to talk to her, Edema is turned is like spinning around with the intent of double tap, but it's totally like broadcast that this is a thing she's about to do. You can stop her. It's no problem.
One doesn't stop you.
Yeah, I'm not anywhere nearby, so I'm not close enough to stop you without shooting
I
you.
think I'm close to you, right?
You can
yeah.
say something like if
That's
any
true,
player
yeah.
character wants to stop Edema from double tapping this person, just
Well, I
say
think- Like my character was physically near this person because I just dodged out of the way so that they would get shot, right?
right.
So I'm right there. So
Yeah.
I think I dropped down and like I grabbed them. I'm like, do you want to live? Is what I asked them.
Nice.
I don't know if it's a faithful promise or not, but I'll start with that.
It's just a question, not a promise.
You know, you know, I'll just.
Yeah,
I won't even,
yeah,
I won't even
don't kill me, don't kill me.
tell us what we need to know.
I don't know what you're doing.
Tell us everything you know.
Yeah, we don't have time for that.
I was bored. No, sorry.
Well, so the player doesn't quite know what to ask questions to the group out of character. Is there anything I should ask, or is this? I mean, I don't mind having this scene with them, but
sorry. Maybe I was just being a bit stupid. You haven't asked her about the artifact. You've just asked. You've just told her to tell you things.
Well, I figured like she would, or he, or whoever they were would just like guess at what I needed to know. Because like I don't know the exact question to ask, they're, like,
Yeah.
We're waiting for the Vader guys, or, this is one of two, or like, I figured they would like be,
Yeah, sorry.
keyed into what was important to them. And I figured that was more important than the question I could ask, any specific question I could ask. So that's what I was trying to do.
Sorry. Her problem is that she doesn't know, do you want to take the artifact? Do you want to destroy it? Do you want to blow it up?
Right.
Now that's where she's coming from.
Okay. So I'll say like a point, and I'm like, we're taking this thing, but what would it's something along the lines of like, but we don't like being seen. So if you want to live, like, what do I need to know?
Yeah, cool.
I can roll sway if you want.
Yeah, sway sounds about right.
Or command, even, yeah.
Either way, it's 0 dice. So
Yeah.
this is gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah.
You're definitely not consorting in this case. So
All right. So
You come here often.
I think command is probably more right. More.
Sure. I will roll
But sway would work as well. But that's if you're like promising to. Yeah, I mean, we'll take care of you. We'll make sure you survive. But
it seems like I'm intimidating. So
yeah,
I will roll a desperate command with no dice. So I'll roll 2 dice and take the worst. Survey says a 4. What?
nice.
Could be worse.
That should have been a 1. Not a 4.
So 4.
I guess I'm intimidating.
Yeah. I mean, you're standing there.
You're standing over the body of a dude you murderized out of nowhere. Sorry.
Yeah. You do it with a consequence. I think this will be a complication. So she's terrified. She's young, maybe 25 or so. She's absolutely terrified. She's clutching her shoulder. You can just push it. It hovers on its own. But I triggered the alarm. The others are coming.
How many?
I don't know. The droid and barge. The droids. Sorry.
Yeah, so I look up at everybody, like visually saying, "You got any questions?"
Can she untrigger the alarm, or is she useless to us?
Right.
Tell them it's a false alarm.
Right.
Chuck.
Send them away. Whatever you need to do, send them away.
I can try.
Your life depends on it.
Yeah. I think this would call for a fortune roll.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm going to move to super exciting dice cam, and I'm going to turn off background. No, sorry. Yeah, I'll just roll it. I'll roll with 2 dice. High is good for you. That means she can convince them to pull back.
Yay, dice cam.
That's
a
1 and a 2.
Ooh.
So she's like No, it was false alarm. I just accidentally tripped it. You don't need to come here. And no one's going to buy that. She's just obviously desperate and in pain. You can hear the droids are now you can hear them in the factory behind you, because now they're running this way. And metal on metal floor, metal feet on metal floor is that makes noise. I'm going to tick the interference clock.
Sweet. Is it cool? Adam just kind of cuffs this lady and knock her out, kind of deal. Yeah. Sweet.
However you want to do it.
Yeah. Went from double tap to, oh, you're too ineffective to be a threat. I'm just gonna make you be quiet. And then,
I would like to.
Yeah. What does Lauren do? You're good at this.
So there's droids approaching from the way we came in. Is that right? From the barge outside where we landed, Anders?
Yeah, I put up barge appears clock. That one has 2 ticks right now. But the droids, they will be on you in moments.
All right. Well, I've got a grenade and 2 dots and Rex, so. I also have a smoke bomb, but I just don't think that's going to be very effective against droids.
Yeah.
Probably not. There's 2 patrols of droids with 2 each. Apparently there was 2 extra here, but you can hear from 2 different places. So there's 4 droids coming, but in 2 different groups.
Okay. I mean, this is going to push our heat up if I start setting off explosives. And I feel like
we have downtime actions for getting rid of heat.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I could take the hit this time. I feel like I owe people a little bit. I don't. So yeah, I'm going to try to wreck. I'm going to try to wreck both groups. If I need to push for great effects to do that, I would like to.
Yeah, probably.
Get them as they come in.
Yeah, it's the timing issue. You'll have to time it just right.
Yeah, I just want to roll grenades out in the path of the droids. I want to cook them for the right amount of time, and then I just want to at the same time just and hopefully take them out.
Awesome. So so wrecking with 2 dice, you're pushing for effect.
So do I start at risky or do I start at desperate?
You started risky.
Okay.
Your baseline is still a risky position.
Let's push to desperate great.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to ask for a devil's bargain, and I'm especially interested in something that has to do with the fact that my mind is still wide open, and there is a humming, powerful force artifact in the room. Some kind of psychic weirdness would be cool, but any devil's bargain would be great. Whatever you got.
Mm-hmm. I think you could take a level 1 harm, force shock or something.
Done. Maybe I start seeing visions occasionally or something. So sold on that. Okay. Force shot. Great. So I'm going to roll 3 dice, desperate great. And unless anyone would like to help, I don't think we need it too much here. I'm just going to go ahead and roll.
I'll help you.
Sorry, so you did you trade? So you want to trade position for effect? You're not pushing for effect.
Yes, I would like to go from risky standard to desperate great if I could.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
I'll help you.
Are you sure?
Well, I mean,
You're
that's
pushing
what
it.
friends are for. Yeah.
Yes, it is. And also, who could say
Yeah.
no to
So Etma, can you lay down some covering fire just to make the
Absolutely.
droids
So it drops
sync
in
up,
me.
that they're arriving at the same time?
Yeah, maybe I like call out the point where I'm gonna meet them and you engage them so that they stop right at that point.
Right.
And then,
Yeah.
Nice.
cool. All right, I have 4
Maybe that's
dice.
what happened.
Let's do this. Oh my gosh, it's still only a 5. 3, 5, 3, 1.
Yeah, but at least you did get a 5. So you do it with a consequence. I think consequences here is Etma gets shot. That's one consequence. And the artifact gets shot again is a second consequence. But Etma just takes level 1 harm. It's just a close, just a, what do you call it?
Grazed.
Graze, exactly.
Well, I mean, I've got armor, so do I actually take that?
You have to use the armor to resist. It's a one-time thing.
Oh,
It's
okay,
like,
cool.
Yeah. So
can
you
use the
can
heavy
activate your heavy armor to resist that, or otherwise Morn resists it with a roll.
Warren's got a choice to make.
I think
I can resist it, right? Or
actually,
can I not?
you can. Actually, maybe.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think you should be the one to resist it. Yeah, sorry, Etma should resist the consequence that happens to her.
Okay.
Usually it's pretty, I've seen it played pretty loose with who resists what. Like you can sort of resist for teammates sometimes if it makes sense in the fiction, but
yeah, you can. I mean, you can protect. You can resist for someone else.
in this case, I'm going to resist the artifact being shot and not resist Edema being shot.
Nice. That sounds good.
I think Morin has given you the combat stim. Morin just and he, puts a lot of value in this strange thing, and not as much value in people as other people do. So I will resist.
Yeah, I think the combat stim seems like it should give Etma some kind of advantage on the resistance, maybe an extra die then.
I'm easy. It only costs me 1 tick and takes up no space, so it doesn't have to be mechanically super advantageous.
okay,
Like
cool.
you already got the effect, but if you want to give more, it's totally up to you. We could do more, and it could have a heavier drawback if we want to think about that. But for me, I'm going to resist with prowess. I'm going to use my finesse, my misdirection here, and sort of recognize last minute that I'm standing or Edema is standing in the path of the artifact, and make myself apparent so that they turn and shoot at me right as the grenades go up, and then I
Yeah.
So let's do 2 dice. I take 1 stress.
Nice. So Etma, I think it feels fair to give you an extra die to your resistance roll if you're trying to resist the graze.
Sure. I will certainly take that. I think resist with prowess feels right here. Is that okay with everybody?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Got a 6.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
You're fine.
I am. Thank you for that. I think it's a thing where it should have hit her like right in the chest, but there's just a piece of the armor that it glances off of. The armor is completely slagged at this point, though, right? Yeah, that's cool.
What kind of armor does Etma wear? It's like in the picture?
Yeah. I mean, why? I've got a picture, so why not?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you've taken out all of the droids. As far as you know, you've taken out all the droids that you know about. what oh. What do you do now? This the techie is knocked out. She did say that the artifact would hover on itself, and it's still hovering.
Morn, where's our friend?
Missing. We either move now or we set up a trap.
Say get out of here.
Yeah. Let's just get out of here. This stuff's good, Morn. You got to make some more of it. Not right now, but soon.
I could get that on a drip for you. You could have your own canisters.
Tempting. Let's get this thing out of here.
Just hit the button.
Yeah, you want to
Um,
move it. Should we take a break now, actually?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've taken out the droids. You know that the force user, or whatever it is, the force signal that's coming from above, will soon be here, but they're not quite here. The techie, before you knocked her out, she said that she had signaled the droids and the barge. You've taken out all the droids that you know about. The barge will presumably come in on the platform outside, but you're presumably going the other way towards where your barge.
Maybe. Do we want to take their barge? They're so nice to bring it right to us.
Yeah.
Do we know anything about it?
Does anyone want to go out and look, or?
Yeah, I will for sure.
Yeah, sure.
Do a little bit of survey.
You can see it's not hard to spot. There is a barge moving this way. It's not a big one. It's not as big as Jabba's sail barge, but it's about half that size maybe. But it's covered. So there's room for there's easily room for like a dozen people inside.
Maybe not then.
but you don't know how many are in there. There is a gun turret on top,
Mhm.
and that's manned. Someone is up there manning the equivalent of an E-web. So it's not like a
Yeah.
heavy gun, but it's definitely heavy for people.
I could, if we want to hold them off more while the rest of y'all get out, I can make a extreme distance ranged attack at the gunner to let them know that they should probably either slow down or be or let them know that there's resistance here, so we can get our stuff out.
Sounds badass.
That's a thing you can do.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Do we need to bring the artifact to the same place where the barge is, or are we going out a different way?
You're like maybe 20 floors up in the building. So
maybe
you
not.
probably want to take it to your barge. Otherwise, it will take a while to get out of here. Unless you just
Unless we push it over the
side and hope that it holds.
Just write it down. It floats. Woo. Yeah, I will definitely I'll check in with the group and say, hey, the barge is on the way. I can slow them down. Let's get this thing out of here.
Let's do it.
If you want to head out, I will get myself set up around the corner or in a good position and try to shoot the gunner at an extreme distance.
Yeah, cool. So you're setting up. The rest of you, how do you handle the force artifact? It's still hovering over this kind of daze sort of thing where they piled up some rubble.
Well, I am obsessed. So I think I have to touch it.
Yeah. When you move up close to it and you start to, and you put your hands towards it, it moves away. So you can kind of guide it by moving your hands. It doesn't. It moves away so that you don't quite touch it.
Elusive.
Well, we
Yeah,
can move it. Let's get out of
It wants to go. Let's go.
here.
Yeah. So Boko is getting set up for his shot. The rest of you are moving. How are you
Catch
like?
up with you
just-
guys.
Are you just running for it? Are you trying to stay sneaky, or what's your approach there?
I think it would be good if someone could like not be visible in case we get jumped, and then we have like someone watching.
That seems like a Bria thing.
Okay. I will turn on my camo cloak, my fine camo cloak that I have. And get in position.
So, like, Morn is moving the artifact. Etama, are you staying close to Morn to guard
Yeah,
him?
in case
Bria is,
he needs
like,
a
running
bodyguard, that kind of thing.
interference.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. That sounds like you're doing some kind of group action. It doesn't have to be, of course, you can make individual roles, but I want to see some kind of roles for moving through the factory. We'll get back to Boko when the others have started moving.
Yeah.
So do you want to do a group action, or do you want to make individual roles? Or do you want to pair up? Like two of you to do a group action.
Could be finessing, as in handling a vehicle or mount the force artifact. But
You could absolutely roll finesse for that. Yeah, sure.
I just
Then you're
think it
probably
can-
making an individual roll for that, and the others are rolling something else.
Okay. I don't think I need any more psychic harm right now. I'll just roll it to 3.
Okay, you're in a risky position.
Oh, I should have established.
Yeah, sorry. You were in a risky. That was the baseline since before. Is that okay? Or do we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or I did push to desperate, but did we go down after we took out the droids? Sorry.
The way I understand it, that's for an individual role and not changing your position permanently. But
Right.
yeah. So things go badly, suffer harm or complication, lose this opportunity, or your position becomes desperate. I think your position is going to become desperate because it becomes apparent when you start moving this thing that it's not. I mean, it follows your guidance, but it's not moving that fast. When you try to push it faster, it won't go faster, and your hands don't quite touch it, but you can't push it to move as fast as you would like.
Okay, I would like to resist that. Just because I want to use the repulsor attachment. I just don't know if I can actually attach it to this thing. I don't know if it will be touched, but if I can, and maybe I can attune to like allow it to have the repulsor attachment on it, or resist with that.
You could do it with Tinker. I mean, this is it's still even if it's a force artifact, you're working on it with a tech thing, so Tinker would work, I think.
Okay, so then can I resist with insight by slapping the repulsor on it so that it will move faster because it becomes weightless?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm going to resist with 2 dice, try to keep our position chill, try to keep this thing moving. I rolled a 3, so I take 3 stress. Great. I imagine it's like more force shocking and stuff.
Yeah, or just the stress of having to do this on the go while there's people approaching who probably want to do you harm.
So I'm force whispering to it. I'm like, this won't hurt. It'll make you fast. It'll make you strong.
Cool.
Mechanically weirder.
So Etema and Bria, Morn slows down a bit until he can attach the repulsor thing to the artifact. But you're also moving.
I should
Now
probably
you-
just go ahead and engage them. Edimus says, kind of hopped up on the combat stims.
If you could
Feels
see him, you
good.
could shoot him.
Yep. So that Edema will go out and skirmish unless someone says something otherwise. Sweet. If I can
Yep.
see him, I'll shoot him.
Go for it.
Yeah. So you're going off to do that. I think we'll do Bria's roll first, if that's okay.
Yeah.
So Bria,
Yes.
what are you doing?
Let's see here. What do I have? Oh, I would like to use my climbing gear and be unseen because I'm on the ceiling.
Nice.
And get in position to just stay in position to take people out in a way that if they don't expect it, like whoever looks up, no one ever looks up. So
It's the horror movie thing, you walk into a room and you don't notice that there's someone sitting.
it's how
but you also have your camo cloak, of course.
it's how New York and Marvel exists. Like people just don't look up. There's no
Yeah,
Spider-Man
yeah.
above them. Why would they look up? All right,
Tourists.
yeah, exactly. If you're looking up, you're a tourist. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
So unless we got some tourist droids, so I guess that would be climbing is proud.
It can be proud. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So I will roll 2 dices and see what happens.
You're in a risky position too.
Risky. Okay.
Yeah.
Risky standard.
Or actually, you have your camo cloak and such. I think you're actually at great effect as your baseline right now.
All right.
You get
Got a
climbing
6.
gear.
Got a 5 and a
Yeah,
6.
yeah.
Jeez, these dice.
Nice.
Yeah. You, I think once you climb up one of the machines and you have fairly clear vision. All the machines don't go like to up to the ceiling, so you can see a lot further. You have a pretty clear field of view. You can see the stairs where you can hear that the people from above are approaching.
And I put my night sight goggles on too because I figure it's dark.
Yeah. Ooh.
All right, so that helps me see where. To go with your description there. So.
Yeah, excellent. And you can see Etema moving towards that direction as well. While Born is guiding the artifact towards the other side of the building where you have your bar.
Okay. I would like to proceed undetected and jump from the sky if I need to.
So Etema, you get to these stairs just as you see, and you have like your cyber night vision cyber eye. Yeah, awesome.
That's true.
Yeah. So you can see there's like the ones you can see right away are 3 guys. They're wearing like black some sort of not uniform, but like military style gear.
Mhm.
They have blasters, but kind of the heavier but still regular hand blasters, not carbines, but heavy blaster pistols. And they're moving down the stairs. You spot them. They haven't seen you yet. So
Do I get a read on them? Like, do they look professional? Do they look like thugs? I assume they're bioorganics. Yeah, exactly. That was the question.
yeah. They're human.
Do they have a cool logo?
No cool logo. Now I assume you spend some time watching them as they approach. You can tell right away that they're not like pro-military. That's clear. They're a bit sloppy with their positioning, that sort of thing.
Sweet. I will kill them with guns.
Yeah. Okay.
Shooting. Yeah.
You are engaging them, and you've moved up. You wanted to move up close to use skirmish.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
For sure.
Excellent.
Nice. And I think it's one of those, like, she's skulking through the dark but moving quick, so they see the red eye in the shadows, and then fun.
Excellent.
I would like a devil's bargain.
So you're risky, and standard effect, I think. How do you? What do you want to go for?
I would like to push the position to desperate in order to get more effect.
Yeah.
Because I need
you're
to
at
kill
risky great.
multiple of them. Desperate great, right?
Desperate great. Yeah.
Okay. And then do you have any devil's bargains for me?
Ooh. Let's see.
Some clocks might advance.
Yeah. But they are the interference clock. That one's actually fixed up now. I don't think this would work for the barge. Actually, you could be delayed a bit. It takes you I mean, you get even if you take them out, there's going to be some exchange of fire. It takes a while, so you'll slip behind Morn and Bria.
Yeah, that sounds good. Cool. So that'll put me at 3 dice then. Here we go. Ooh.
That's terrible.
That is a 1, a 3, and a 2.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
My.
Level 3 harm. That's a desperate harm there.
The worst outcome: severe harm, a serious complication, or lose this opportunity. It turns out that just as you're about to trigger your ambush, someone, a fourth person behind them that you can't quite see yet, yells out, "Look out to the left!" And they sort of jump to the sides. They avoid your fire. They start shooting, and then there's more people arriving.
That's hot. Oh yeah, this is
so
bad.
You're gonna get 2 consequences here. One is that you are pinned down. You cannot get out of there without getting shot. That's one consequence. The other is that a couple of them will peel off and move towards the side of the building where your barge is. So there's like half a dozen guys here. And 4 of them have you pinned down. That's one consequence. 2 of them are moving towards your barge. That's the other consequence.
Guys, they've got me pinned. They're coming around to flank. They're after you. Be ready. I'll make my way back to you.
So you're not going to resist either of those.
I think I'll resist the being pinned down. The idea of the others kind of flanking off sounds awesome, and I'll resist the pin down.
Cool.
I think I'm doing it with prowess, if that's all right. So
Yeah, for sure.
resist the pin. 5.
Yeah,
I get
so
one
you take
stress.
one stress. What does that look like? Because there's like 4 people. They're firing at you with these heavy blasters.
Yeah, I think what it looks like is that Edema moves like she's going to dive down behind cover, but it's a feint, and she keeps running, like she runs through the cover and just keeps moving, and they're firing, and it's that thing of like, I'm trailing, I need to aim ahead of the person, and by the time they do, a wall shows up and they into blast through a wall, and Edema's not pinned down, she's still moving. Thank you for reminding me of the resistance.
Nice.
Cool. So I think we'll go to Boko now and then Bria to see how you react to.
Question.
Yeah.
Could I resist the second consequence? Like, could I like
Yeah.
leap on these 2 or something like that?
I think, yeah, I think that makes sense. Let me look at the protect. Taking a consequence in their stead, you can resist it as normal. Yeah, I think in this case, that would mean making yourself known to them. So if kind of the consequence is that you distract them, but then you can resist that. Does that make sense? Because I mean, the end result will be the same. I'm just trying to tie it to the fiction.
Yeah.
So you distract them, but then you disappear in the shadows and with your camo cloak and that sort of thing, so that they're not peeling off and they're not moving towards your barge. Instead, they get momentarily distracted, and then they're back to tracking Etema. Does that make sense?
Sure. And I can. I would need to roll resistance to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I feel that is a prowess roll. I have a 4 in prowess. So,
yeah, you're very prowessy.
Yeah. Well, I only have 1 stress allowed before I trauma out. So
Ooh.
let's see what the dice say. See what the dice say about this. I trauma out.
Oh, so many dice.
Boy.
It's so little, not good.
I can add some of them together. That would be okay. Damn.
Yeah, that's
okay.
3 stress. You hit your trauma.
Yep.
Yeah. What happens? Why does this go so badly?
If I may, I think like the distraction works, but they become focused on me, and so they start firing back up into where I'm at, and I'm cornered, and I'm stressed, and I bug out, and I go and get on the barge and wait for everybody else, and to save my ass.
Yeah, or you just escape down the building.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Peace. So, but I figure still I resisted the consequence, so it doesn't happen. So they're still not doing the thing. It's just it was not the best way to do that. So
it turned out badly, but yeah, they're not trailing off towards your bar. Cool. Boko,
That's me.
let's make the shot.
Yeah.
So you're
So I want.
you're in
Yes,
a risky position.
yeah, can you describe the environment I'm in?
Yeah, let's look at the picture since we were using that. So actually, let me resize that a bit bigger. No, I did something else. Made something else smaller instead.
There we go.
Yeah. So you're in the like the barge is approaching from this like big round thing. I assume that that's a vehicle, so that's not there. The barge is approaching from between like the buildings that are farther ahead,
Nice.
and you can take a position like anywhere you want out here on the platform, but you have to be somewhere outside
Yeah.
to do this.
Yeah. So definitely get hooked up on the platform behind some stuff. Get my fine rifle set up on that. I also have a tracking droid I've never used before. So like pop that out and throw it in the air, and it'll zip off. And my intention is to hit the gunner before they get in range to shoot us.
Yeah.
Cool. So I need to push myself for sharpshooter on that. It's going to be hunt because I'm shooting at a distance.
Yeah, but you still get the regular effect from pushing. That's not
Right,
always.
yeah.
That's not very clear from how they're written, but that's how it works.
So that is 4 dice, and I got my tracking droid out there. Push. Can I trade position for effect here?
Yeah, I mean, if you're willing to like not stay so much in cover,
maybe where the shot lines up is like not behind the big crates and stuff, is like on a railing or something, so I'm exposed. Yeah, I'm good with that.
You can absolutely do that.
Is that desperate now?
Yeah, so now you're desperate great. And plus the results of the push is, I think, another. I'm not sure how your ability works.
It just says I can so I can make that distance way distance.
Yeah, and then you get the you can take the extra die as well. So that's
3 dice.
Yeah.
I think I'll go 3. Yeah, that's good. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. Yeah, 614.
6, nice.
And mark XP 4.
Yeah. Yeah, has everyone
did it? Finally did it.
For their desperate actions?
Cool. So that's a 6 with whatever the effect we decided on.
Yeah, you were great effect. That's definitely enough to take out the gunner, even though he's got like a bit of cover from the turret.
It's like right there.
Yeah. I mean the tracking droid shows you like something on your
like paints the target for me. Like cool, just line it up and
exactly.
Let it do the thing.
And he just slumps back. But the barge is still approaching. Let's give that a take. So I think we cut back to Morn. You're guiding it, guiding this thing. You're close to your barge now. Etema or Bria is out. Etema, are you moving towards your barge, or where are you going?
Yeah, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, so you're basically in a running gun battle with these black dressed people.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and you notice the person who's giving the orders, he's in like robes and that sort of thing, and they're all wearing masks, but he's wearing like a shiny metally mask.
Fanboys.
Oh, so hot.
Yeah, let me see. Oh, there's gotta be
What you joined the rebellion for, right?
Yes.
Take them now.
Love it. Oh, that's so good. I hate them more. Thank you for that.
Yeah. So Etema, you're running towards the barge, running battle. Boko, you're a bit behind that.
I think I'm actually I want to hold off the barge that's coming from my position and just like throw some blaster fire at them to let them know not to come closer if possible, to give us a little bit
you
of
want to
breathing
fire
room
at
for
the
our barge.
barge.
Yeah. So take out the
Yeah,
gunner
okay.
first, and then just like not even trying to hit them, just like shooting in that direction to let them know that if they come closer, they're going to get shot.
Cool.
To give us some breathing room for our barge. Because we're
trying
not very
to
fast.
hold them back a
Yeah.
little bit, basically. Yeah. I think we can make a roll for that. I think we'll have to make a roll for it if it's to have any real effect. Your default is still a risky position. And here, I mean, shooting at the barge baseline there is 0 effect because it's a pretty heavy vehicle. They're not bothered by small arms fire.
Let's take it back to desperate then.
Yeah. Then you're at desperate limited.
Okay.
So you'll have some effect, maybe like shooting at the window, like where the pilot. Let's say pilot.
Yeah, I think the intention is less to do damage to the barge and more to like they should know their gunner's down, but if they get out of the barge, there's people with guns.
Yeah, but shooting at them will like distract them and make them a bit nervous. That's
sure.
I think that's what you can aim for here.
Cool.
I will offer you a devil's bargain.
I will take that devil's bargain.
They will capture your tracking droid.
Yeah, I think that's okay. I'll take that.
You know, there's probably a lot that they can get off that droid about you.
Well, you know, that's the risk you take.
Yeah, cool. So you have an extra die for that. You don't need to push.
Cool. So I'll take 3 dice.
You're at desperate limited. You have an extra die.
Yeah, let's do that. 3 dice. Yeah. Oof, that's a 1-4-1.
4, you do it with a consequence: severe harm, a serious complication, or reduced effect. I don't think reduced effect makes sense here because then you don't really do it. I think the complication is, yes, you do halt their approach. They pull back. But what happens is, and you can only see the effects of this. They open a door, a side door on the other side of the barge, and a couple of guys on jetpacks fly out there.
Oh, Matt's reaction to that was like, yes, totally my mood. I love it.
Yeah. And on the comms, she was like, y'all, we got to get out of here real fast. If you can bring the barge around this way, that would be great. Are you in the barge yet? Where are you at?
Currently moving a giant sphere alone. I don't know.
Yeah, Morn, you're
Bree, you got it?
You're at the barge now. So you can load the artifact on board. You can hear blaster fire coming closer as Etema and her companions are moving closer.
Bring it around and pick me up.
I think maybe I'd like to just toss a smoke bomb to give cover and hope that Etema's night vision can work with that better than the others.
Hot. Love it.
Cool. That could be a setup, or it could just be an assist for Etima's action. I don't know how you want to play it.
It can either be a helping die, or I guess it could be like a finesse roll, like misdirection kind of, but I don't. It's probably a setup. It's mostly just covering our exit. So like this thing is basically on the barge now. We just need Edema to be on and to be far enough away from all these Vader goons that they don't mess us up while we peel.
Yeah. So I think you're looking to improve Etima's position, I think.
Yeah.
Effect. Sorry, do what you do.
Well, yeah, you want to stay desperate, right?
I did that.
I kind of do.
I mean, to me, it makes more sense that you're improving her position because you're
Yeah, absolutely.
providing
You're
some
right.
safety with a
Let's
smoke.
do that. Let's do that.
Now you can push back up if you want. Or trade off again.
Okay, let's roll it.
Is this one last?
Cool. Okay. So that's a help to my action, and I'm trying to what? Take the barge? Just want to make sure what I'm getting set up to do.
I figure you're trying to get to the barge, like lose the losers and get on the barge.
Lose the tail. Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Is that a prowl?
Can be.
You could just be
mean,
shooting them.
You're in a running battle. It could be skirmish if you want to.
Okay. I think skirmish. I just don't want to keep like hitting the same vein over and over. I don't want people to be bored of.
Sounds
Never,
like skirmish. Yeah.
never bored of shooting Vader fanboys. Are you kidding me? These guys really suck.
We're totally going to war with him. I can just feel it. I got a 4.
Yeah, just put us at -3 right now.
Yeah, you like wing one of them, hit him in the shoulder. He falls down screaming, and the others are they hesitate. The guy in the mask tries to push them forward. Don't stop now! We have them. But you lose them in the smoke. Where is she? Where is she? We can't see anything. Incompetent fools. And
That's
yeah,
exactly what I was gonna say.
Nice.
Boko, you have a couple of guys with jetpacks.
Yeah.
But the barge has stopped. It's but so it's not approaching anymore. But you have these guys in jetpacks.
Oh boy.
They have blaster carbines, and they're going to start firing at you.
I think I need to do the barrage of rapid fire to suppress them as they approach. Just that's going to be another push. Boom. Yeah, so just like taking it off of sniper mode and putting it on blast mode.
So are you you're trying to suppress them so that you can run away from there? Or
so that hopefully they will bring our barge around and I can hop on it from this side and we can just take off, so I don't have to make my way through the building.
Yeah. So you're trying to get to a secure or more secure position.
Place where I can jump off the building from 20. Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like a perfectly reasonable plan.
Yeah, why not? It's gonna be, I guess it's gonna be hunt again. Am I still at risky?
Yeah, your position hasn't been set too desperate. so you're still at risky. I don't think. I mean, you're at standard effect, I would say, but you
Let
also
me-
have the effect of your push.
Let's trade it then. Let's get let's go to
So
desperate
you're
again.
at desperate, great. You have the. Do you want an extra die for your push?
I
do
got
you
the
want
die
to-
from the push. And so that's I'm rolling a 3 already. I think that's gonna be good.
Yeah, I think because you have a 2 in hunt.
Yeah.
So
I'm
you
happy
get-
to. I'll help if I.
But yeah, if the barge is coming around and you want to take some shots at it, like provide
Yeah.
cover fire from there.
Doing it.
Sure.
Spin a stress. Take the die.
Nice. That's gonna be 4 dice. All right. Whew. I think this is gonna be good. Here we go. Got a good feeling about this. That's a 5.
That's a 5 on a desperate roll. You do it with a consequence: severe harm, serious complication, or reduced effect. You're going to get 2 complications. One is that you get shot, but not too badly. You just take level 2 harm. But also they get a really good read on you. I mean, they've got you're standing out there firing on them from the platform. The people on the barge are going to get a good read on who you are.
I think I'm gonna use my armor up to get rid of that harm.
Mhm.
2 blocks there.
You say they're gonna know. How are they gonna know who we are?
I mean, sorry, I should have put that differently. They're going to get a really good look at it.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
a
They've got
really
my
good look
droid
at
and they're gonna
both.
get me, so they're gonna. Oh, that sounds fun. I'll take that. I'll keep that.
I kind of want to resist that.
And hopefully the barge is approaching, so I can make a desperate jump at some point.
Yeah, who's driving the barge? Or piloting the barge?
Me.
Okay, is it okay that I like didn't just bug out? Like I just went to the barge and waited for people to show up, but like I was kind of like cowering
Yeah,
and
yeah,
being a coward
absolutely.
and stuff like that. Like I don't mind being vulnerable here, but like I'd kind of like to like
Yeah, I want
Yeah, it's more fun
Bria
if
in
you're
this.
the-
yeah, okay, cool. Thank you.
It's
Absolutely.
like the barge is coming around. I'm shooting, keeping the jetpack guys off. I guess Edemo's taking some shots too. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just on the com like faster, 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 faster. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
This thing we said solid, not fast.
I know,
Solid,
I know.
not maneuverable, not fast.
Let me see what I can do. I like crack the panel open.
Yeah.
I want to see this.
Can I tinker and instead of finesse to drive this thing? If we don't need a roll here, I don't think
Absolutely.
so.
Absolutely, you can. Um,
Awesome.
so you're at risky standard, I think. You're trying to pick up because we're still default risky. You're trying to pick up Boko. Yeah, I mean, if you get standard effect, then you get Boko on board. If you get limited effect, Boko's like hanging from the barge or something. I mean,
Have to make a jump.
he's on it,
Yeah.
but not on
That's
it.
what I want. That's what I want.
Cool. Then I will not push
We-
myself. Sorry, Anders, go ahead.
I'd say that if you get great effect or better, then you can also like maneuver in a way that makes it difficult for their barge to follow you, but you still have the jetpack guys. They've been distracted from approaching Boko, but they're still up in the air. Does that make
Great.
sense?
It definitely does. I'm wondering if there's any gear I can mark here to, I guess, like my slicing tools. But I don't really need any bonuses here. I think I can just roll 2 dice and then, am I standard effect?
Yeah. I mean, you have fine tech tools. Those could definitely work.
I do love the image of Morn like pulling something out of his like pack and like clamping it onto the driver's console, and then like the whole thing just like surges. So I would mark all the gear remaining that I have to juice this thing up, if at all.
Yeah, I think that's worth an increase in effect. Does that make
Great.
sense?
That makes perfect sense, but I still like the risk here, so I'm going to keep my 2 dice and roll.
Yeah. Good, risky, great.
It's a 4.
That's a 4. Do it with a consequence. Yeah, I think. Let's see. I think. So you do it.
Is this the
Yeah,
book
with
that
great
doesn't make it
effect,
in?
you would be outmaneuver their barge. I think that still makes sense. I think the complication is that the way you have to maneuver makes an opening for the guys on jetpacks to land on top of your barge. They're not inside, but they're on the outside.
Shit.
You can resist that.
That'd probably trauma me out. I don't know if I want a second. I guess why not? Yeah, screw it. I'll resist it. I will resist it with insight. And I take like another modulator. I like curse. I'm like, Griffin jetpacks. And I take like a modulator out of my pack and like attach it to the unit that I've clamped into the cockpit, and I think it like overdrives something so that the entire outer part of everything that's not like strapped down and shockproof in the vehicle just like zaps them or something. I want to mod the vehicle on the fly in a way to to push them off and maybe short their jetpacks for a moment. So I'm gonna roll 2 dice. There's no devil's bargains on resistance rolls, right?
I don't think so.
Let's do it. That's a 5. I'm
Very
good.
good.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah. So what's Bria's reaction to all this this wild maneuvering?
I think like she's just like zoned out, but like keyed in. Like she's doing the thing that's directly in front of her, and like she's just trying not to freak out. Like those shots came really, really close, and her brazen attitude got her in a lot of trouble. So like, you know, if we flip, then we flip, right? Like she's just this is what we're doing, this is where we're going. And I'll break down later. She's scheduling a breakdown. So.
We flip.
Checking her data pad for like, next Tuesday. It looks like I've got about 6 hours free, and
right,
just mark that off.
Excellent. We're coming up on time. I think it makes sense to cut here. Actually, you've outmaneuvered the barge, and the jetpack guys. They don't want to try anymore when they get zapped by some overcharging. Yeah, so I think it makes sense to end the job here. Let's do some stars and wishes of recording and
Okay.
we'll clean up next time.
Cool. I'll stop the recording here.